Alright guys, took advantage of being out in the area and of the nice day and picked up our next project here. Doing a bunch of sheet metal repair and whatnot on this little guy. So let's get it in the shop here and see what we can make happen. Back passenger side. All right guys, welcome back to the Cutting Up Classics YouTube channel here. Starting on a new one, because that's what we needed, was another project around here. Waiting on parts for a couple other ones, so we got this one in here so we can get started on it. We are doing a fresh air box delete, so vent box, fresh air box over there, going bye-bye. That'll get a flat plate. We'll mimic everything, all the bead rolled bodywork and stuff that's in these plates. So this will get mimicked over here. That's all got to come off. This truck has gone from a couple different shops. My buddy Breyer at Revival Resto Mods is painting it. It was not built by another shop down the road from us, but they've done some work on it. They pulled the engine out and stuff. It has a forward flipping hood in it, which owner's choice. But he had another vehicle run into this, smashed the core support all up, the grill, everything. So we are going to be taking off the inner fenders. We are going to be pulling off the front core support. It's got some rust up in here, which is going to get fixed before our piece goes on that we're building. We'll cover up all this box and all that stuff. So we'll do that. Got some rust and stuff in the inners, so those are going to come out also. Yeah. Lots of work here, So I'm gonna get started on taking this stuff apart, probably flip the windshield back up. We're gonna be building some panels to cover up all this mess in here of wiring. So I've got to get all this stuff off of here and laid inside of the engine bay so we can take these off, because I'll probably just pull the inner fenders, core support, outers, all that stuff out at one time. Just cut my spot welds, get this off of here. Yeah, if I do that, it looks like I can just kind of take these loose from here. It looks like it's already had some body work done on it there. And then knock these loose, pull this forward. And it takes some measurements, make sure we have the same measurement from the front of our cowl here to the front of the core support when we're done. These Broncos are notoriously not square, so I want to match everything the best we can. That way, when all the parts that were on it go back on, like the hood and whatnot, it lines up as good as we can. So I guess let's dive into this one. All right, guys, like I said, we're going to be measuring from front of the door jamb here to the front of the core support, which is going to put us at 48 1/8. So I'm going to take a paint pen here and write it somewhere where I won't lose it. 48 1/8. This truck is getting painted, so it's not a big deal that I'm writing it right there, but I won't misplace it. So I know that this side is 48 1/8. Let's walk over here. So you guys don't get a bad glare from the sun. It looks pretty good. So let's do this. Actually, .48 1/8, man, that's pretty square. Looks pretty good, actually. Cool. Hair over, so 48 1/8 strong there. Cool. So I guess maybe we'll start on this side. There's a lot less stuff over here. There has been a bunch of repair work already done. and this is gonna suck with all this bed liner and stuff on it, but there's a lot less stuff here to contend with here, so I think we're going to start on this side, drilling out some spot welds, see if we can't get this side to kick loose. So let's get started. All right, guys, gonna start you right there for now, but little hammer, I got a punch and spot weld cutter. So this spot weld cutter is spring loaded on the tip, so it doesn't drill a hole in the back metal where you want to save the piece behind the piece you're drilling out. So what I like to do is I like to take my little punch here, and you can see these spot welds all along here. So I'll take my little punch and I'll center punch what I can see is, you know, best off the center of the spot weld. And then I will take my spot weld cutter and drill on them. They probably won't pop. I mean, they don't pop all the time. You gotta take like a cold chisel and get up underneath there and pop them loose. Sometimes the spot weld is big enough, you might have to do a couple. They do make different sizes of these. This seems to be the most common, which I think I have found. I think this is like a 3/8, some cheap ones, because they do wear out. Keeping them oiled up works pretty good, but I'm just gonna start knocking holes out here, see if we can't get this panel off. All right, so thought I'd show you here what we got going. Take this guy. That gives you a nice little divot to let this center pilot stay without walking, hopefully. That's what they like to do. You can see that rust start to come out. That means you're through this first sheet and you've gotten the seam between them on these Fords, because again, they like to stack untreated parts together. So I am going to keep hammering away here, set you guys up on a time lapse and see what we can get done. Yeah, lots of spot welds. Damn, it's hot in here. It's getting warm and pieces are falling off. So, cut this off. I ended up cutting some spot welds at the beginning right here on this inner fender that I didn't need to, but it's good practice. So, started moving stuff off here. Got this exposed. Obviously you can see this rust here, but this is gonna get fixed when I do this piece, and then this will get cleaned up and this will get cleaned up. I am thinking about talking to them about replacing the door pillar here, because this thing all that just came out of this pocket. I mean, it was probably full up to there. It's really hard to see down inside of it, but I think this thing was a wheeler at one point that got converted back. But the floors have already been done. I don't know if you can see that, but that's like a piece of flat strap with a huge gap underneath of it that's just going to rot again. So going to definitely get some pictures out to them, show them what's going on. I do kind of need to take this piece off actually to get all of this out of here. I could have cut this and seamed it, but there was some rust down here a little bit. Could have seamed it right along this like they did, but I'd rather just replace the whole sheet at one time. It's gonna look a hell of a lot better. And there is a piece that's stuck up inside of here that just like overlaps and sits. So there's like 4 pieces of metal here under this windshield frame. And if you look right here, there's a bunch of stuff that's been covered up here too. So I don't know, don't think we'll change the windshield frame or anything there, but I think we could get this out, get our pieces in there, get it sprayed with a rust converter and kill it so it quits eating away at what we can. And that's also the other reason I wanted to open this up. If they do not want to replace this, we've got to get it cleaned out the best we can. We've got to get it killed, or this is going to be rotten in a handful of years after he puts all this time into it. So I don't know, we'll see. But it's just a little quick one here, guys. We're going to keep going on this, but I'll probably get this all wiped off here and then keep you guys up to date on it from there. So like always, like, share, subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure the notification bell is on so you don't miss anything around here. We've always got stuff going on, and it's always different stuff. So yeah, leave a comment down below, guys. Share it with someone you think might want to see what we're doing here. So until next time, keep building awesome stuff. Laters.